Page 86, Family Names. There's James, Joseph, Andrew, Geneva, Annie Mae, William, Lucinda, David, Talmadge, my grandmother says. Altogether, my mama gave birth to 13 children. Our heads spin at the thought of that many brothers and sisters. 3 died as babies, she says, but only a little of the spinning stops. There's Livonia, Montague, Ilias, Halik, May, Verdi, and Elora on my daddy's side. We can't help but laugh each time our daddy tells us the names of his brothers and sisters. His own name, Gunner, sends us laughing all over again. Gave their kids names that no master could ever take away. What about Bob or Joe? Hope wants to know. What about John or Michael? Or something real normal like Hope? Hope is not normal, my sister says, not for a boy. I think your name is a mistake. Maybe they meant to name you Verdi. I'm the great hope of the family, my brother says, just like Grandpa Hope. Just like Hope the Dope, my sister says back. Keep up the arguing, my grandfather says. I'll take you both down to City Hall. People be happy to call you Talmadge and May. American Dream. Even when my girls were little, we'd go down there, my grandmother tells us, and people be marching. The marching didn't just start yesterday. Police with those dogs scared everybody near to death. Just once I let my girls march. My grandmother leans back in her brown chair, her feet still in the Epsom salt water, her fingers tapping out some silent tune. She closes her eyes. I let them, and I prayed. What's the thing, I ask her, that would make people want to live together? People have to want it, that's all. We get quiet. Maybe all of us are thinking about the ones who want it and the ones who don't. We all have the same dream, my grandmother says, to live equal in a country that's supposed to be the land of the free. She lets out a long breath, deep remembering. When your mother was little, she wanted a dog, but I said no. Quick as you can blink, I told her, a dog will turn on you. So my mother brought kittens home, soft and purring inside of empty boxes, meowing and meowing until my grandmother fell in love and let her keep them. My grandmother tells us all this as we sit at her feet, each story like a photograph we can look right into, see our mother there, marchers and dogs and kittens all blending, and us now, there in each moment, beside her. The fabric store. Some Fridays we walk to downtown Greenville where there are some clothing stores, some restaurants, a motel, and the Five and Dime store. But my grandmother won't take us into any of those places anymore. Even the Five and Dime, which isn't segregated now, but where a woman is paid. My grandmother says to follow colored people around in case they try to steal something. We don't go into the restaurants because they always seat us near the kitchen. When we go downtown, we go to the fabric store, where the white woman knows my grandmother from back in Anderson, asks, How's Gunner doing and your girl in New York? She rolls fabric out for my grandmother to rub between her fingers. They discuss drape and nap and where to cinch the waist on a skirt for a child. At the fabric store, we are not colored or Negro. We are not thieves or shameful or something to be hidden away. At the fabric store, we are just people. Ghosts. In downtown Greenville, they painted over the white-only signs, except on the bathroom doors. They didn't use a lot of paint, so you can still see the words right there, like a ghost standing in front, still keeping you out. The Leavers. We watch men leave Greenville in their one good suit, shoes spit-shined. We watch women leave in Sunday clothes, hatted and lipsticked and white-gloved. We watch them catch buses in the evening, the black shadows of their backs, the last we see of them. Others fill their cars with bags, whole families disappearing into the night, people waving goodbye. They say the city is a place where diamonds speckle the sidewalk, money falls from the sky. They say a colored person can do well going there. All you need is the fare out of Greenville. All you need is to know somebody on the other side waiting to cross you over, like the River Jordan, and then you're in paradise. The beginning of the leaving. When my mother returns from New York, she has a new plan. All of us are going to move there. We don't know any place else but Greenville now. New York is only the pictures she shows us in magazines and the two she has in her pocketbook of our Aunt Kay. In one, there are two other people standing with her, Bernie and Peaches, our mother tells us. We all used to be friends here in Nickeltown. That's all the young kids used to talk about, our grandmother tells us, going to New York City. My mother smiles at us and says, "We'll be going to New York City. I just have to figure some things out first, that's all." "I don't know what I'd do without you all up under me," my grandmother says, and there's a sadness in her voice. "Don't know what I'd do," she says again, even sadder this time.